Okay, so I'm also going to use those 3 highlight colors. I got pink, purple, and blue. It's just color choices I have today. I will write in green pen as well, just for my matrixy work, because I like to write in purple. And that's what we got going on. So the first thing is when you read the first problem, and when you read any problem when you're doing word problems, is you got to find what the information is. Oh, I lied. I have a purple pen as well. Orange pen. I got all 3 colors now. Souvenir hats, t-shirts, jackets are sold at a rock concert. So if you're highlighting, I'm only going to use the highlighters once. Souvenir hats, t-shirts, and jackets. Okay? I went blue, purple, pink, based on if anything is going on for color blindness. I apologize. I only have so many choices of colors for highlighters. Okay, so what I'm going to do is anywhere I see souvenir hats, anything about hats is going to be underlined blue. Anything I see about t-shirts is going to be underlined purple, and pink is going to be jackets. So 3 hats, keep reading, 2 hats, keep reading, 1 hat, 2 t-shirts, 1 jacket, 2 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts. Jackets is pink, 1 jacket, 2 jackets, 2 jackets. So all I'm doing is not even reading, I'm just looking for ideas. Okay? While you're still doing that, I'm going to read the problem. Souvenir hats, t-shirts, and jackets are sold at a rock concert. 3 hats, 2 t-shirts, and 1 jacket costs $140. 2 hats, 2 t-shirts, and 2 jackets cost $170. 1 hat, 3 t-shirts, and 2 jackets cost $180. Find the prices of each individual item. So, get me the prices of the items. The only thing I have not done anything with is totals yet, so I'm just going to use totals in orange just so I don't lose them. Also, it's a pretty nice color. You don't have to use it, I'm just trying to find totals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the problems, and I'm going to identify variables. So souvenir hats is going to be H, shirts is going to be an S. I'm not using a T because my T's look like plus signs. And jackets is going to be J. You can pick whatever variables you want as long as you just know what the heck you're using. So now, wherever I have my sentences, I'm going to have 3 systems. So I'm going to have 3 things added together equals something. And so my equals, as I go down the row, my first equals is 140, my second one's 170, and my third one's 180. And because I'm color coding, I'm doing this in a very specific way. So the next thing I'm going to do is in my first sentence with 140, I have 3 hats. So in blue, this is 3H. In my second sentence with 170, I have 2 hats. And in the third sentence, I have 180, so I just have a hat. Sorry, I have 1 hat with the third sentence, not 3 hats, if I said that wrong. And then I'm going to do the same thing again with my purples. I'm just going to write them in order. Okay? 2 t-shirts, 2 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts. So I have 2 shirts, 2 shirts, 3 shirts. And last but not least, I have 1 jacket, 2 jackets, and 2 jackets. So I have a jacket, 2 jackets, and then 2 jackets. Okay? So now, matrixy work. Some of you guys are still like highlighting, so I'm giving you guys some time. All I've done is I've done the pre-work of everything that your teacher is asking of you to show for a word problem. You have to do this first part. If you can't set up the system, you're wrong. Okay? If you can't do this, your problem's wrong. This here is the work to solve it, and then your final answer is here. Okay? On the quiz and on the test, whatever I want you to type in, I'll still put it in bold. I did it on the homework. It says blank hats or $, $4 hats. I don't know what I typed. I don't remember. It was a few hours ago. But whatever it is, change the $, which is a number sign, which you guys know mostly as a hashtag. The fact that that's changed so much in my life. That's the number I just want you to change. So otherwise, just copy the bold sentence for the word problem. And just to change that number sign. So, where do these numbers come from? Well, I have H's. I have shirts. I have H's. I have hats, shirts, and jackets. So these numbers, if you color code, these numbers here that are blue, they go in the same spot. It's your coefficient matrix. So this would be a 3, a 2, and a 1. A 2, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 2. Remember, if there's no number in front, it gets a 1. Then you have your letter matrices, which is your variables, which is the word problem. And remember, it takes this row times this column, so you can't put all the blues across the top. Trust me, if we could streamline it, I totally would. 140, 170, 180. So now, all I do is my calculator until I get my answers. On your calculator, this is tricky, but it's not as tricky as we like to make it out to be. I have a flow chart I'm trying to create for a student in 6th period who asked me for one, and I've not had time to sit down and do that. As soon as I get that made, I'll send it to you if you want to print it out, or you can write it down. But this is what you're doing. Is after you write down the matrices, you're going to do this step. You go second, x negative 1. You are now going to go edit. The first thing you do is edit. So arrow over to edit. And you're going to edit matrix A. We always edit matrix A and B. This is why I require you to write it down. You are working with a 3x3, so just hit enter twice to get down here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to change the numbers. 3, 2, 1. Remember, you go left to right, top down, like you're reading a book. And then I double check my numbers. 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2. When you are done doing that matrix, you go second, x negative 1 again. And we're going to edit, and we're going to choose number 2. How you get to number 2 is up to you. You can arrow down and hit enter, or you can just press the 2 button. This is a 3x1. Now I'm going to type in my orange numbers based on the color coding I've chose for this problem. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go second mode, which is second quit. Quit's right above here. It's hard to see with my wonderful reflection. Second mode, I'm going to quit out. Now I'm going to call up the matrix. Some of you have already figured out how to not have to do this every single time. Danny, where's your calculator? Please do this. I'm going to call up the matrix. So I don't go to edit, I just call it up. 1. Or enter on A. Then I hit x negative 1. And then I go second, x negative 1 again. And I choose B. Lewis, what's your question?
I got lost. What do you do when you hit second?
You got to go back to your matrices. The question has to do with how do you get back to your matrices. So then you're just calling them up. So on the name screen, you hit 1 or enter. Now x negative 1. And then do the same thing to get B. So how do you get back to the matrices? Second, exit negative 1, x negative 1. Choose B. B. 2 is B. Letter B. So you have the same thing I have now? Okay, now hit enter and tell me what you get. Perfect. Hit enter. You get 15, 25, 45. So this is $15 per hat. This is $25 for the shirts, per shirt. And this is 45. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. If it was not a word problem, this is what your answer would look like. Non-word problem, word problem. Also technically commas there. I don't really care. Like, copy the bold, you'll be fine. Alright, here's what we got going on next. Read the next word problem, highlight, find what you know. Box, squiggles, double lines, figure it out. Tell me what you know. Lost your what? How'd you lose your packet from yesterday when you were at home with it? Is it at home?
No.
Well, great thing is whatever you write down, these are the homework problems as well. These are homework problems. I don't know what numbers they are out of the 5 problems, but they are homework problems. So I will let you read my paper. So as long as are you writing down all the work for it? Did you write down the first problem? So you're going to take a picture on your phone with my stuff, aren't you? Yes, you are. When you get done with class, you're going to take a picture of my notes and be done. All right. The Arcade in Lynchburg, Tennessee uses 3 different color tokens for their game machines. For $20, you can purchase any of the following mixtures of tokens. 14 gold, 20 silver, 24 bronze, 20 gold, 15 silver, 19 bronze, or you may choose 30 gold, 5 silver, and 13 bronze. What is the monetary value of each token? Meaning, the total for all 3 scenarios is $20. There's not 3 different totals. So each equation for the 3 variable system, all of them equal $20 because that's how much you spend for the 3 scenarios. Color coding, we'll go in the same order as what I had. Gold is blue, silver is purple. Oh, I totally missed the gold there. And then bronze is pink. I'm just going to use the first letter of each of the words since none of them repeat and none of them look like plus signs. So I'm going to use a B, I'm going to use an S, and I'm going to use a G. So, scenarios. Go in order. So you're going to have 14 gold, 20 gold, I'm trying to make sure I don't skip over it, and then 30 gold. Then I have 20 silver, 15 silver, and then 5 silver. And last but not least, I have 24 bronze, 19 bronze, and then 13 bronze. I will tell you this. I can cheat the system and make a matrix right off a word problem just as much as you can. If you do not set up the system, the word problem, by writing out the system of equations first, you will not get full credit. You will automatically knock yourself down from a 4 to a 3.5. If this part is not done. Am I clear? Hope so, I'm clear. Now, matrices. Oh, he said 2, 4, 6, and then I just said 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Really need to not listen to him. 20, 20, 20. I wrote those really small. Bronzes, 24, 19, 13. I wrote them really small. Silvers, 20, 15, 5. And then gold, 14, 20, 30. I know I'm not following the same way that I fill this in every time. All I'm doing is trying to minimize the amount of writing and pen switching I have to do. when you color code, you kind of figure out what you can do to work it out. But I'm literally doing the same thing every single time. So, AX equals B, X equals A negative 1, B. I'm going to show you a trick now after you go change your matrices. Remember to change a matrix, for those who are copying down still, you go second X negative 1 over to edit 1, and you're going to go type your values in. Then you go second X negative 1, back to edit number 2, same thing again. If you type something in wrong, go fix it. And then I'm going to show you the trick. It's the best trick in the whole wide world. Especially on the newer calculators, because you can see what you're doing versus the old calculators. So, we just entered a matrix in. I will tell you how I do my matrix homeworks. I will write everything out on a piece of paper first, and I will do matrices at the very end. Here's the reason why. If you go second, enter, it will take what you just typed in the line up above without having to retype it in. And it will calculate with your new matrices. The other way you can do it is you can arrow up, and with the newer calculators it highlights it. You can hit enter on it, and it will enter it in. You always, and so with the newer calculators, you can go up, and if you've done a bunch of calculations from, like here, I did stuff, and then, I found some more matrices. I can hit enter anywhere from any screen, mainly up above, and I'll just recalculate it out again. Lewis, what's your question, Sunshine? Got it? Okay, just making sure. Anyone online, if you have a question, please yell at me. I can't see the chat right now. I'm losing my voice. Oh, monkeys. There we go. Gold, silver, bronzy. So bronze was, or gold is 0.50 because it's cents. Just need a point. Make sure you have a decimal. Make it, it's not 0.5 because you'll read it as 5 cents. Silver is 0.35. And then bronze is 0.25. I have the answers in there as 50 cents, like writing out the word cents, or 0.50. It's money, so make sure you have 2 decimal places. That's your notes. That's your homework.